Hello, my name is Meleah Coleman, and I hold a Master's of Biochemistry and Biophysics from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Today in this short presentation, I will be presenting to you the Tennessee artesian mineral water, its chemical composition, and any implications in using this water as a mineral spray or mist. To begin, water on the surface of the earth is contaminated. Human waste accumulates on the surface. Waste from farm runoff, from industry, from heavy metal mining, from pharmaceuticals, even from human waste organisms. It all accumulates in our lakes, rivers, and streams. But underground water is not exempt either. Wells, underground aquifers, many show some level of contamination due to filtering from the surface. Pure water is becoming, and in fact is, a rare resource on the earth. What is pure water? What makes water pure? Well, from a human consumption standpoint, pure water is water that is free of man-made chemicals, it's free of human waste organisms, and it's free of heavy metals, toxic heavy metals. Because pure water is no longer available on the surface of the earth, we look down below the earth for pure water. And while I mentioned that not all water underneath the earth is pure, there are rare occasions when pure water is found. And this Tennessee artesian mineral water is one of those rare occurrences. This pure water is a result of filtering among the earth, rock, and sand, that natural filtering process that can take years, can take decades, can take even centuries. But once it reaches the aquifer, it is pure. Pure mineral water is even more rare. Mineral water is defined by the FDA as having 250 milligrams per liter of total dissolved solids. That's one of the requirements for water to be labeled as mineral water. Second, it must come from a secure underground source. This water fulfills both of those. Mineral water, how is it mineralized? Well, naturally, water is mineralized when it runs underground through rock formations. Over time, the water dissolves those rock formations, and depending upon the composition of the rock, the mineral water develops a signature mineral profile that is unique to that water. Science in the lab, interestingly enough, have not been able to mimic this natural process. The concentration, complexity, and even the bioavailability of the minerals in natural mineral water are not reproducible by science. The FDA does not allow remineralized water to be labeled as mineral water, in fact. The water that I'm presenting to you today was tested by the National Testing Laboratory to contain H2O, minerals, and finally, carbonates. There's a unique mineral profile of 6 minerals that are within this water. They all serve an important role in skin health, and I will list them. Calcium, magnesium, sulfur in the form of sulfate, silica, sodium, and zinc. Calcium we'll discuss first. Calcium has kind of a 3-prong benefit to skin health. First of all, it's the most abundant mineral in this water, and its role in skin renewal works through a feedback process. Outer skin cells are high in calcium. When they die off, the calcium is stripped from them. It intercalates down to the lower skin levels, where it triggers a response of differentiating immature cells into adult cells. And by this process, calcium is able to renew the skin layers. So therefore, it implies that externally applied calcium could potentially result in skin renewal, increased skin renewal. The second function of calcium in skin health is that the outer skin layers do have a high level of calcium, And for this reason, they create a highly protective lipid barrier that not only seals in moisture, but also prevents access from chemicals on the outside. And that's the second function of calcium. The third function of calcium is that although calcium is not an antioxidant on its own, it does support the functioning of two powerful antioxidants in the skin. One, catalase, and the second, superoxide dismutase. Both of those prevent damage to the skin. Magnesium is next. Magnesium's role in skin health is very well documented. In fact, it has two roles that are very similar to calcium. Magnesium is responsible for continued cell turnover within the skin, within the dermis. It promotes skin renewal and cell turnover. It also strengthens the lipid barrier that we discussed with calcium. And magnesium's role is twofold, both to increase cell turnover and also to protect the skin barrier. Third, we have sulfate, and sulfate is a source of sulfur. And sulfur probably has by far the best historical record in skin repair and integrity. In fact, sulfur is an active ingredient in many over-the-counter and even prescription skin ointments and skin creams, mostly due to its ability to lessen inflammation and its strong antimicrobial action. In fact, sulfur is found in most acne medications. But there is a unique, most recently discovered role of sulfur, and that is an immunological suppression action. It's been found that sulfur, when applied to the skin, even in the form of mineral water, sulfur mineral water, has been attributed to account for a lessening of the immunological response in immune-triggered skin conditions such as rosacea, such as psoriasis, and even eczema. So sulfur applied to the skin calms down that immune response due to those skin conditions. Sodium, although not as illustrious as the other ones, does have a role in skin health. One, it's an important antioxidant. It fights the radicals that accelerate the aging process. And second, sodium is responsible for sealing in moisture, or helping the skin to retain moisture anyway. There's a whole field of published research supporting the efficacy of mineral water in healing damaged skin. And while I won't go through all of those, I will touch on a few important ones. The first one is a research publication that radio-labeled minerals in mineral water. And they were able to follow the absorption of those minerals through the skin, even into the bloodstream. This supports our conjecture that minerals are absorbed through the skin, and they are absorbed into the cells. Another study compared mineral water healing over high mineral water. High mineral water is mineral water that has at least 500 milligrams per liter of total dissolved solids. And this research study revealed that high mineral waters were not as effective in reducing skin inflammation as lower mineral waters. And there were many, many studies that documented the overall healing effects of mineral water on damaged skin. Finally, one review article compiled data that supports mineral water as a strong cosmeceutical agent and can be used with and instead of cosmetics. Another review article concurred that sulfur water exerts not only a strong antimicrobial action on skin, but a strong immunological action as well. All of these articles are published and available online for you to read. There are two other chemical properties of this water that I would like to discuss, and one of them is pH. pH is a measure of a substance's basicity or acidity. Our pH is 7.2, which is considered neutral. Another important characteristic of this water is its alkalinity. Alkalinity is a description of how well the substance is able to maintain its pH, how well it's able to withstand fluctuations in pH. This water has a high alkalinity. It is able to withstand fluctuations in pH. Well, how does this all relate to skin? Skin operates optimally at a neutral pH to a little over neutral, but it is exposed to many chemicals that attempt to lower the pH, such as cigarette smoke, air pollution, and even skin products. This water helps to maintain a pH balance of neutral within the skin in spite of all these external factors. And not to overlook the hydration aspect of this water, which seems obvious. But most exposed skin suffers from mild to severe dehydration, especially on the face. This could be due to dry air in travel, weather, severe dry office conditions, and even just chronic dry skin. But only water hydrates skin. Oils and butters and lotions may seal moisture in, but to feed dry skin cells, you must have water. A mineral spray can fully hydrate the skin by dispersing tiny droplets that are easily absorbed and bestow all the benefits of the mineral actions at the same time. In conclusion, our testing has established that this Tennessee artesian mineral water is naturally pure. Our testing has established that this water is also minerally rich. Current research supports the assertion that all skin benefits from both hydration and mineral enrichment. Because pure water is a scarce commodity, this combination of benefits is not available to most consumers. That concludes my presentation. Thank you. And if you have further questions or would like to delve a little bit deeper into the chemistry of this water, please email me at annameleah@yahoo.com. That's annameleah@yahoo.com. Thank you.